In this video, I will show you how to improve your mobility and performance by strengthening your hip flexors. Hi, my name is Natural Balance, and in this video, I'm going to show you a simple way to strengthen your hip flexors so that you can improve your mobility and performance. Most people don't know how vital hip flexors are for overall health and well-being, but once you see how easy it is to strengthen them, you'll be happy that you did. Don't forget to check out the link on a hip flexor product in the description. Strengthen your hip flexors for improved mobility and performance. Have you ever heard of hip flexors? These powerful muscles can have a huge impact on your mobility and performance. In this video, we'll explain what hip flexors are, why they're important, how to exercise them, and the potential complications with weak hip flexors. What are hip flexors? Hip flexors are a group of muscles located in the front portion of your hips. This group includes the psoas major, psoas minor, iliacus, sartorius, rectus femoris, tensor fasciae lati, TFL, and iliocapsularis. Together, these muscles are responsible for moving your legs forward when you walk or run, bending at the hips when you sit down or stand up from a seated position, and stabilizing your lower back during movement. Why are they important? The hip flexors are incredibly important because they control the movement of your lower body. Without strong hip flexor muscles, you would not be able to move as easily or efficiently as you do now. Additionally, weak hip flexor muscles can lead to poor posture, which can cause pain in other parts of the body, such as the back or neck. Poor posture can also make it difficult to perform daily activities like getting dressed or reaching for something off a high shelf. How to exercise and strengthen hip flexors. Several exercises can help strengthen your hip flexor muscles and improve mobility. The most popular exercises include lunges, squats, bridges, planks, and leg lifts. Start slow with low-intensity exercises before progressing to more challenging movements such as weighted or plyometric exercises. It would be best to focus on stretching before and after exercising. This will help reduce soreness and improve flexibility over time. Start by doing 8 to 12 reps per exercise 3 to 4 days per week and gradually increase as needed depending on how comfortable you feel with each movement. Make sure you're engaging other muscle groups during these exercises so that you don't put too much strain on any muscle group, such as just focusing all of your energy on strengthening one particular muscle. Possible complications with weak hip flexors. Weak hip flexor muscles can lead to some health problems, including poor posture, which can cause pain in other parts of the body such as the back or neck, and increased risk for injury due to decreased stability, difficulty performing daily activities such as getting dressed or reaching for something off a high shelf, reduced range of motion which can impair physical activity, and weaken balance due to improper positioning of the hips while standing or walking. It is essential to exercise regularly to prevent any complications associated with weak hip flexor muscles. Common causes of tight hip flexors. Tightness in the hip flexor area is usually caused by overuse or lack of stretching. Sitting for long periods can cause tension in these muscles since they're constantly contracting while we're seated. Other common causes include running or cycling on an incline, which puts extra pressure on the hip flexors, or carrying heavy loads, which require additional effort from these muscles. Poor posture can also contribute to tightness in this area, as slouching requires more work from the hip flexors than standing upright does. Stretching is one of the most effective ways to alleviate tightness in this area. Here are some simple stretches you can do at home. The standing pelvic tilt. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and gently tilt your pelvis backward until you feel a stretch through your lower abdomen and hips. The kneeling lunge stretch. Begin on all fours before extending one leg behind you so that your knee is bent at 90 degrees with your toes pointing towards the ceiling. Lower yourself into a lunge position before pushing down into your back knee until you feel a stretch through your front thigh and hip area. Strong hip flexor muscles are essential for optimal mobility and performance inside and outside the gym. Regular exercise will help strengthen your hip flexors so that you can move freely without discomfort or pain in other parts of your body caused by weak hip flexor muscles. Additionally, focusing on stretching before and after working out will help keep you flexible while preventing any complications associated with weak muscle development over time. So, remember those all-important hips, they play an integral role in keeping you mobile.